them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine wants fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Are you listening?
Oh, good morning, everybody. Whoa, whoa. The morning show is back, and we're back in action with Captain Waffles, Mr. Hillbilly, and Mugen Fall.
What's up? Oh, man, it ain't been the same without the morning coffee.
That's true. Even
Yeah,
my
it
coffee
hasn't
hasn't been the same.
Feel
I'm
like
just
part
like
piece of me was gone.
Just having withdrawals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straws. Oh, man, I'm so excited that you guys are here. We're going to cover the BNR, the banned restricted announcement. We're going to read through that, talk about it, have fun with it. That's the topic today. Hillbilly suggested something about it before, but the ban list came out before the day. So we were going to speculate, but now we're actually going to talk about it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I think it's interesting. One card got banned, and it's in a format that I'm like, well, it has this other card. I'm like, how powerful was the deck? I don't know. But how are you guys doing today? How are you doing, Hillbilly?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a pretty good run on arena this morning.
Hell yeah, that's pretty awesome. How are you doing, Mugen Fool?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. And
Very
Captain
good.
Waffles standing astute. How are you doing?
My days are a blur. Everything's mending together.
Oh, I'm blending. That kind of day. Oh, man. Let's say hello to some people in chat. We got D. Lawson, the handsome guy in chat. There you go. Hi, D. Lawson. How are you doing? Doing pretty good. Yeah, D. Lawson. We got the Real World Worlds. What's up? He's like, what's up? We got Michael Superbacker. Michael Superbacker. He's here. We got James Willis. James, I need to borrow you for a moment. It's cloudy and a bit rainy outside. I need to come here and stick your cane at the sky. Use your magical powers.
What's up, everybody in the chats?
What's up? What's up? Ah. The band lost the bane of my existence. Huh. All right. I feel like Mugen is always in a good mood. Yeah,
I am. I try to be.
That's because he's always beating that Pokemon to crap. He's like playing Pokemon all the time. He's going to the gyms and working out, getting buffer. Yeah. All right. So today is a good day overall. I am back home with my space. Like I have this much space to move my mouse around in, which is amazing compared to this much space. To actually be able to put the show together, edit, look through things, make a thumbnail. Whew. That's insanity. But then we have cats. They don't wake me up in the middle of the night for some odd reason. They don't need to go outside to go potty, so that's nice. Which is fine. It's not a tough job. It's just, you feel tired. You feel like you're taking naps throughout the day because your sleep schedule's so off when you're doing different. It's like I had a vacation. Now I feel like I need a vacation from my vacation.
Almost like you had kids again.
Yeah, I'm glad mine is 23 years old. Or 20. No, he's not 23. God, that's young. He's almost 30. Yeah. Which is not too far off. But hell yeah. Feel the power, feel the rhyme. Watch out, everybody. It's the morning show time. If you know the reference where I just kind of stole that from, that means you're old. All right. Oh, man. Back
I'm
in the
sorry.
day.
I'm still trying to wake up.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake up too. Why do you think I'm stalling?
Hey, you've got a 2-hour head start on me, so I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. Hey, yeah, that's true.
Nah,
You know,
man,
you're out there busting your chops to support a family. That's, you know, what you're doing is amazing and a lot of work.
yeah, it's
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So no one's blaming you for being tired.
Yeah, having a family is a lot of work, so I've heard.
Mhm.
You're my hero, Captain Waffles.
Yeah, I got a softball game later today too.
Woo-hoo!
Ooh,
Nice, good luck.
Oh, man, look at you being awesome. So let's roll into the show. Let's say hello to everybody. We said hello to everybody. That's how tired I am, and you forgot.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Yay! It's still there.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah, my lord. Okay, is that for me? Boop. What? Okay, that's not for me. All right. Someone sent a message in Discord, and it was way up there where it almost looked like it was at the messages. All right. So today is a wonderful day, good day, full of fun day. I'm wearing a Jurassic Park shirt, my Tempest hat. We got Captain Waffles moving full hillbilly in the house, and that rolls into this first segment of the day. Hillbilly, what's the first segment of the day?
yeah, I miss this segment very much. It is time for the
Card of the day.
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
I got a feeling I played that backwards, but I don't know. But still, we got Lila, undefeated slick shot. Hillbilly, why don't you read this card?
All right, for 1 blue and a red. Is it? Is it any good?
Mhm.
Legendary creature, human rogue, 3/3. Not bad. Has prowess. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And whenever you cast a multicolor instant or sorcery spell from your hand, exile that spell instead of putting it into your graveyard. As it resolves, if you do, it becomes Plaudits. So it enables you to double cast your spells.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
not bad.
3 mana, 3/3 powerhouse card. Basically, you're playing your multicolored spells. You're playing them twice. You play them once, and you get them the next turn. It's a workaround rebound effect. It's pretty solid.
Mhm.
I mean, I somehow ended up with 2 of these cards from Waffles pool game. One from the pool game and one from Cosmic Seeds.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, yeah. I'm probably going to put one of these in the cube because it's pretty solid. And prowess is one of the main themes in the cube. Plus, being able to double cast spells always seems good. And the cool thing is whenever you cast a multicolored spell, that's instant sorcery from your hand, you exile it, becomes plotted. But the card doesn't get exiled after you cast it from being plotted. That's pretty cool. So if you have recursion for instants and sorceries, this card will be awesome. Awesome. Yeah, now let's roll into some pictures of the day. Pictures of the day. The first picture of the day was sent in by Mrs. Hillbilly. Boom. Good morning. I love coffee. It's a AI generated Garfield just enjoying coffee. Yeah, look at that. Like he's drinking coffee and he's surrounded by coffee beans with like a ready to go espresso with whipped cream on top type thing. Oh yeah.
Nice.
He's looking very comfortable. Then the next picture of the day, it's kind of about me. How I feel when the coffee kicks in. I'm like, hurrah, hurrah! I'm ready for the day. Meow.
This is coffee.
This is coffee now.
There's coffee.
What's up, Brian Fish?
Fried fish. Now, here's a picture of Hillbilly right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's this type of Tuesday where I need coffee. More coffee. Look how big that cup is compared to his head.
I would love
Only
to
that's only Hillbillies is full of brisk iced tea.
Brisk iced tea. How brisk was that comment? All right. All right. And the last picture of the day. A Tuesday morning without coffee is evil. I haven't made that voice since I was a little kid.
For me, it's normal.
That's because you're just evil, Captain Waffles. Pure evil. Right? Like, Captain Waffles lives dangerously on the dark side, No coffee every morning. He just, he wallers up. He's like, I don't feel awake. I'm tired. And he doesn't drink coffee. I mean,
Yeah, I don't wake up till about 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Right, 1 o'clock, and that's when you start getting energy. And you're like, crap, I got stuff to do still. Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, coffee is a personalized thing. I love coffee. I grew up on coffee. In fact, I got into coffee when we started going to church, and the church let us kids drink coffee. Bad habits formed from church. That was good.
My mom, she never drank a cup of coffee.
Some people are like that. Some of us are coffee drinkers, and some of us are sinners. It's just how it is. I'm kidding.
My dad's a huge coffee drinker. He'll have it at like 10 o'clock at night.
Right. That's what I do. Like when I have a cup of coffee ready for the morning. Bed, it'll be cold in the morning, but I'll sip on it before I go to bed. And when I wake up, it's there, so I have coffee to wake me up. Start working its magic. Getting that zest, that zing. When you find your right cup of coffee, you feel that zing.
Yeah, I'm a D Lawson. I'm a tea person. I'll have like green tea or something.
Green
Fried
tea is good.
fish. Hey-o. Hey-o. Hey, coffee. I prefer tea. See, I like tea, but I prefer coffee.
I like tea, but I'd prefer both. I like coffee and tea.
Well, one day they'll
be
fuse
right
the two
back.
together. All right, bud.
But like
Okay,
the stuff I drink, it's called Energize, and it's got green tea and black tea extract in it. So that's what I drink for my caffeine.
Hey. However you get your caffeine means you're doing pretty good. Pretty good. How dare we talk about coffee at a morning coffee show? All right.
We're actually on topic.
Yeah, it's very flavorful.
Yep.
Man, my brain. My brain. I'm trying to look to see where I'm going for. Yeah, so now we're going to get to the next segment of the day, which is the question of the day.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
Remember back in the day we used to play lots and lots of video games? We still do. My question is, what is your favorite game system of all time?
Oh, Lordy. That's a hard question to answer because I had just about every one of them. I'd say probably Atari 2600.
Atari 2600. Cookie Dude has one of those. One is his, and I have one up in his house. He's supposed to ship me one of these days that I give for helping him out. He was like, "You want one of these 2 Atari 2600s?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Cool, I'll ship it out to you later on." And he has E.T. the game.
I had that game before my game system got stolen. I had that and about over 100 games.
Whew, that's pretty good. That's crazy. Captain Waffles, what was your favorite system playing back in the day?
So my first reaction was going to say NES, but then I remembered how much I hated every game on NES because it was like it took you 3 weeks to get past one level on any game.
Right.
Then I was going to say Super Nintendo because I loved Legend of Zelda on Super Nintendo. And then I realized that was the only game that I liked on it. So then I was like, nope, it's N64. N64 is the best system because that was the birth of all of the great games. Like you had Star Fox, you had Mario Party, you had Paper Mario, you had Smash Brothers. Like there were so many good games that came out of N64 that have evolved into like GameCube and the Wii and all that. Like that's where it originated from. So for me, N64 hands down.
Right, and not to copy you, but that is actually going to be my answer. In fact, we were at Texas Roadhouse the other night, and my wife was asking me about what I want for my birthday. I says, "You know what I want?" I says, "I want a Nintendo 64." and like Smash Brothers, Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, GoldenEye 007.
Yep.
So many good games. Like there's more games for the 64 that I remember playing and having fun, even like Mortal Kombat's on that system. And there's less games on the PlayStation I remember. Like PlayStation, what is it? Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy all I remember is on that system.
Yeah.
But Nintendo 64, I got a slew of memories, a plethora of memories. That was pretty epic, actually.
Oh yeah, N64 was one of the best systems ever. I remember getting one the first year it came out for Christmas, and I played the living crap out of the N64. Like that was my first real fun system. I mean, I played a lot of Game Boy too because of I love the Pokemon series. I love the all the Legend of Zelda games that came out on like Game Boy Color and things like that. So like that's like a close second to me is like the Game Boy setup.
Yeah, like what is it? I have yet to play and beat a Zelda game myself. So if I
Shades Willis.
what is it? If I got a N64, I'd have to get the one with the what you call it, the HDMI port, so I can play it on my computer and stream it. Tecmo Super Bowl. SNES was my game. Dreamcast probably. Dreamcast was a pretty good one. Sega Genesis, yeah. Sega Genesis was a fun game. Sonic was like the best game on that system. And Sega Genesis was the first system to have a Mortal Kombat with blood in the game where you didn't really have to put too much of a cheat code into it.
Well, for consoles anyway.
My second one would be a Super Nintendo because I had not the Super Nintendo, the one that came right after it.
That's the 64.
Yeah, it's a 64. Or do you mean before it?
Yeah, might have been before it then.
That's just
So they started with NES, which was the Nintendo Entertainment System. Then it was the Super NES. Then it was the Nintendo 64. Then they came out with the GameCube, and then they came out with like that weird, the weird like Wii thing.
Wii U.
That's the Wii.
Yeah, Wii and then Wii U, and then the last iteration is the what we have now, the Switch.
Right.
They're working on another one right now.
Well, this one had little cartridges about yay big like that.
That's the Wii U, I believe.
Yeah.
No, the Wii U had Switch. It had the CD.
Wasn't the Wii U.
Then,
Anyway.
well, 'cause Super Nintendo had the sideways cartridge like you're talking about, because the NES had the big, like, they look like a floppy disk but fatter.
Yeah.
And then Super Nintendo had the sideways, like they literally shortened how long it was, but it was wider. And that one was good because that also introduced Mario Kart. Because that's when Mario Kart first came out, not on the 64. And then also all the Donkey Kong games were really good on that too.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I had over 100 games on that, and also.
And Super Mario World was actually fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Super Mario World, dude.
Yeah,
Like I've played some of the newer Mario games. They're fun and everything, but they were never as fun as those older versions. Like Mario Brothers 3, still an amazing classic.
Oh, yep. Get the whistles.
Right. Super Mario World, Still awesome, still playable.
I'd
And
argue
yeah, like,
Wonder
Mar-
is came back and made it better. It's better too.
Yeah, I like the RPG games mostly, like Zelda
well,
and
Zelda,
other
yeah,
games like that.
yeah.
So
See,
I'm
I want to get a.
super stoked for the new Paper Mario that's coming out for Switch because the first Paper Mario on N64 was
Uh,
so much fun. Like I loved the concept, and it had a little bit of like Final Fantasy s to it because you had to like you leveled up your characters and stuff, and
Yeah.
so it wasn't just like a straight like side scroller Mario. It was a sandbox,
right.
and you had like you got different characters for your team and they had different abilities and you found like all these like it was a really well designed game for a Mario game, and that's why I've always really loved Paper Mario.
Oh yeah.
And so like now that they're coming out with one for Switch, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to buy this one.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
a remake of the GameCube one, but it's still a very good game. Trust me.
Oh,
One-
GameCube.
yeah.
GameCube's a second when it comes to like is number 2 when it comes to my book of one of my favorite game consoles too.
Yeah, it's a GameCube remake. It's a GameCube game remake. Captain Waffles.
One of my favorite games was Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
that's a
that
good
one's
PlayStation
good.
game.
Yeah.
That's actually the first game I've actually ever completed.
I've completed it too.
I complete 1 and
Love
2,
it.
but 3 I got stuck on.
My wife
Yeah.
loves Kingdom Hearts. That's like her favorite game.
I
I
got
played,
stuck
I
on 3.
I played the first one and passed it.
Like Kingdom Hearts was a banger of a game back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. It was fun.
4 is looking real good though, even though we haven't seen much of it. They got him like a teaser trailer with like Donald Goofy in it. All of a
Right.
sudden, you see like either Hades or some kind of flame behind them.
hmm
I'm pretty sure it's Hades from Hercules, though.
Right.
Well, that's what people are speculating it being.
Like, have you ever played the game Villainous, Captain Waffles?
Yeah, the board game, I own it. Like I own the original copy, the first one, and then I own a Star Wars version of it.
Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versions of it. And I hope Kingdom Hearts.
Did you see the Star Wars expansion? They came
Yeah.
out with a new one.
Oh, they came out the new one.
Cool.
It's
Oh,
with
wow.
Boba Fett.
Oh, so it's basically like a Mandalorian version.
Yeah, it's got Boba Fett, the one dude from Mandalorian, the one with the hat with the tubes to his neck. I forget his name. It starts with a C, I believe.
Mhm.
And then there's one other character. Oh, Sister 7 is in it.
Oh yeah, James Wilson is about a GameCube just so I could play Game Boy games on it. He actually told me about that story.
Yeah. It hasn't even. Yeah. I modded my 3DS to play like Nintendo DS games.
hmm
that have been
Well,
modded
for the
and stuff.
GameCube, you had to buy a connector
Yeah.
that to
Yep.
keep that on to plug in your Game Boy games. And
That's
so
it. Cade Bane.
Yeah.
Cade Bane is in that one too.
Yeah, GameCube. Cade Bane, yes, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Mandalorian Star Wars thing.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a very popular of the Star Wars story that people
Yep.
liked from before. But yeah, so no, I didn't know. But like what I was saying is like if it'd be cool if they made a Villainous that was based off Kingdom Hearts. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
They'd have to get like if you're gonna do the main characters villains of it, they're gonna have to get Square Enix involved and stuff too.
I don't think it's too hard to do.
No. See, have you ever played Villainous Meaningful?
I haven't.
So Villainous is a Disney game, and every game is based off the villains of different movies or a series of the franchises of Disney. So like we have not a Lion King. We have a Marvel. Well, that's one of them. We have a Marvel Villainous game, and all the characters you play are villains of the Marvel franchise, and each player comes with a deck of cards that your opponents play on you, and they have the heroes of the franchise in the deck, and then they try to use those cards to defeat your opponent. And everybody else in the game has their own way of winning and what they want to do. So like when you play the game, you're kind of playing against yourself, but you're always trying to mess up your opponents by playing their deck of cards on them to screw them over from winning as fast as you want to win.
Yeah, so like for instance, like we have the base set, and if you buy the base set now, it's actually missing 2 of the characters. It's the Queen of Heart and Jafar. They don't have them in there
Oh,
anymore.
come on.
But
Jafar's
so we bought ours when it was the first edition, and so ours still has Jafar and the Queen of Hearts. So let's say
That's
you
how
play
ours
as
is.
Jafar, and you're playing as Jafar. You have your deck that you draw from, and then there's the hero deck that will have like Aladdin, Jasmine, and a couple other like main characters in it, the hero characters. And so you have it's kind of Clue-esque where you have this thing where it's like you have to complete 3 different requirements to win the game. And so as you're trying to do these requirements, your opponent's also doing their requirements. So like say one of them is Captain Hook and they're doing their thing. Well, you can play hero cards out of there. So maybe you get like a Peter Pan against them. And now they have to defeat Peter Pan before they continue with their quest. And then they're doing the same thing to you. They might flip an Aladdin on you, and Aladdin might say, you know, you have to accumulate 3 gold or something. You know what I mean? There's a requirement to beat that hero card before you can progress. And as you're trying to complete these objectives, so are your opponents. And it's basically like if you've seen the movie, you're completing the objectives of the movie. Like for Jafar, you have to find the lamp. So in your actual deck, you have to find the card that's the lamp. And then like you have to do things like that. And then once you meet all 3 requirements, you win the game.
Yeah, because with Jafar, because like there's like was it 6 different spaces about on this board
There's
game?
4. I think there's 4 spaces.
It's about 4 or 6, varying which version, I guess. But each space gives you like 4 different actions a turn. And each action is different, equal to the space, and every turn you have to move to a different space to do 4 actions. Well, people can put a hero card on one of your spaces that lock half those actions out. Like when you're playing Jafar, if the genie comes out, he stops you from doing some things. But your goal of the game is to complete the game. The game for Jafar is to get the lamp with the genie, right? But you have to defeat the genie.
Not to mention, like some of the spots on your board are locked until you meet certain requirements too. So it's a strategic game, but it's really fun.
Yeah, it's very easy to play, and it's a game that takes a little bit to master, but it's fun all the way through. Like that's why we own like 6 different copies of it. Not different copies of the same game, but different versions of Villainous.
Yeah.
Well, you have different villains. Like you have like they've come out with expansions like because the first one had like it's either Prince John or King John from Robin Hood. It had Jafar, it had Ursula, it had Maleficent, it had Queen of Hearts, and Captain Hook. Right. And then they came out with one later. It had Scar, Cruella de Vil, and then the one from the Louisiana area. I forget his name. And then they came out with more.
You're talking about.
Yeah, they came out with more and more villains as like other editions that you could play. And so you basically choose which villain you want to be and which story you want to complete against other people.
Right. The cool thing about Villainous, no matter like you can buy any game of Villainous from their base game to an expansion. You can play the game by itself, or you can mix the games together. So
because each villain is a standalone, like each villain has its own deck and own hero deck and its own board to play. So as long as you each choose a villain, it doesn't matter which villain you choose. You can just choose to do whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
I'm so lost.
Yeah.
Well, check out Villainous. Look it up online, Brian Fish. It's a fun game. It's a good family game too. It's easy to play. Easy enough for like kids like 8. I'll just say like 8 years old and older to play. Get into. It's a good family game. It's not hard. Like your player board, you get a player board piece that tells you exactly what your character does, what their goal is, and what some of the cards in the deck you have that you want to play the most. So
yeah, it's fairly easy. Like me and my wife played it one time. After the first game, we're like, okay, we got this. This is not hard at all.
Yeah, and plus it's Disney characters. It's awesome. And yeah, tell your wife about it for sure. So let's roll on to the topic of the day. I mean, don't be wrong. I'm complaining, dude. when we have a full-fledged show of energy, people talking about stuff we love, like video games to villainous and whatnot, it's pretty cool. It's
That's pretty good though. I was just looking at Tabletop Simulator.
Mhm.
You know how you mentioned Kingdom Hearts and stuff.
Yeah.
Someone made a villain for the villainous on Tabletop Simulator. That's the Kingdom Hearts villain.
Oh, nice. They must be trying to get the swords instead of the good people or something.
Yeah.
So getting on to the topic of the day. The topic of the day is what about the be on our list? And have you guys heard about the be on our list of what's on it?
I have not looked into it, but
Neither have I.
also I kind of saw like an announcement on Facebook about it, and I don't think it really impacted anything useful, so I really didn't look too deep into it as far as I could see. So I don't know, maybe if you pop up a list and I see a little bit more.
All right, so they don't have a list yet. Like they have the list of cards, but they did an article style instead of normally saying these are like the X amount of cards. So announcement day, May 13th. This was yesterday, 2024. Legacy, Vintage, and Pauper had changes.
Yeah, see, that's why when I saw those three, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, all cards that bring a sticker or an attraction into the game are banned from Legacy, which I did not know they were allowed in Legacy.
Yeah, so a lot of the Infinity or Unfinity stuff was allowed. It was, I believe it was if it didn't have an acorn or something, or if it did, I don't remember exactly the rules, but yeah, it was. There was some Unfinity cards that did not have. They had the regular circle at the bottom instead of an acorn,
Right.
and those were allowed in Legacy and Vintage.
Interesting. So Pauper got the most meaningful ban, if you ask me. All that glitters is banned in Pauper, which is crazy because like all that glitters, you have ethereal armor, which is just as good, about as good because it costs 1 mana, but doesn't count equipment, just counts enchantments. They're neutering a deck to be less powerful, I guess. I don't know what made the deck so powerful, other than I know how powerful it can be with my Rafik, the mini deck. But like in Pauper, that all that glitter was banned, so that was a couple $1 card that will drop some price maybe, because it's probably where it sees the most play besides Commander. The next ban and restricted announcement will be June 24th, 2024. So it'll be what? 6/24/24?
A little over a month.
Yeah. And you know what happens in June is possibly another pull game by Captain Waffles. Keep that in mind.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, send me the advertisement thing piece that you make when you get that done, so we can start shilling that out too. So Legacy and Vintage, all cards that bring a sticker or an attraction to the game are banned. Well, first of all, there won't be enough stickers out there for that to be a long-lasting game, anyways. Blink Goblin has been banned, and cards like it has a reasonable card to play. See the leading of some awkwardness in tournaments. Not only do Goblin players need to create and bring a sticker deck, the mini decks that feature clones such as Phyrexian Metamorph, I kind of need that card, feel obligated to bring sticker decks on the off chance they're able to copy Blink Goblin. And players must present these decks at the start of every match, regardless whether they have any cards in their deck that can interact with them. And it goes deeper into it, but that's pretty much what's banned in Vintage and Paupers, like all that jazz. Standard, no bans in Standard. Pioneer remains in a healthy state after Pro Tour Murders of Karlov. The breakout vampire decks from the Pro Tour utilizing Vein Ripper has proven that it's not a fluke and continues to be an important part of the Pioneer metagame. Its prevalence has continued to decline, and is its Phoenix win rate, a deck that we've been monitoring coming out of the Pro Tour, giving us a large degree of success here. The biggest shakeup is Outlaws of Thunder Junction was a large metagame increase. Mono Black Waste Knot decks. There's a brand new Karavek the Punisher right there. Karavek is a massive card advantage engine alongside all of your interactions. All right, so I just read that, and they didn't ban anything Pioneer. Modern. Modern has nothing. Legacy, here we go. With the banning of all stickers and attractions, we expect a small shakeup in the Legacy metagame. when we last discussed the format, we mentioned that we're keeping an eye out on Orcish Bowmasters and how much influence it had on Legacy's core blue-centric gameplay, clearly Bowmasters and Grief, as well as big players in Legacy metagame. And they are cards that continue to monitor. So they're continuing to monitor for a long term, the net funding conclusions of the format. So the only thing we need to worry about this little bit is that Orcish Bowmasters could be on the chopping block by June. And
I don't think so.
I'm not saying that. Well, I'm just saying that's what they're basically saying. And
I'll tell you why in a little bit, but yeah.
All right. And that's pretty much all that's been banned. Everything else is not there.
What's that say about Timeless?
Not really much. I read this article earlier. Since the last set release, several new decks have emerged in the format. Reanimate supports multiple new deck archetypes, offering getting back in cards like Troll and Khazad-dûm, or used to Sorin Imperious Bloodlord and Vein Ripper are powerful threats. Archive Trap is seeing significant play as players explore mill-based game strategies in Timeless. Mana Drain has also been a powerful addition to several decks, but so far has been held in check. See?
Yeah.
So like TCG Dude says, this is all fluff, which is true because there was no real actual changes to anything. They just had to make themselves look like, hey, we did good. We put cards out that diversified the format when really didn't do anything.
Right.
All that glitters getting banned in Pauper is actually relatively good. Because yes, it does have ethereal armor in the deck. Like Slippery Boggles is a deck that's played in, I believe, in Pioneer, but also in Modern at times.
Right.
And having all that glitters and ethereal armor is, a lot of cards in the deck that can buff.
Right.
So it neuters the deck enough to where it's not just like a automatic go-to because you're like, hey, this is an easy deck and I can just slam things on a non-targetable creature and kill you.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. No, that's a pretty good assessment. Like I said, when I started reading, I said I think that's probably the most meaningful ban off the list. I mean, like I didn't realize the stickers were a list, but I don't think the stickers are super aggressive that they were ruining a format. I think they just banned the stickers and attraction things because it's just extra work that wasn't doing anything significant.
Yeah, no, that's more of like a damage control, like a, hey, we didn't print enough stickers and we didn't do enough of it. Like let's just eliminate this so we don't have to worry about this later. Like it just seems kind of like too much for little payoff.
Oh yeah, Cougar Dude, hello, TCG Dude. Hole is all you said. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I this whole page is fluff. I know, but that's just funny. Like hole.
What does he want and where?
That's a good question. That's for him and you to find out, I guess.
Oh wow. So yeah, like there's no big significant change. Like, well, the most significant change was all that glitters. I don't know how powerful that was really making the format. I wish the Pro Tours were on YouTube so I can watch them. I'm not installing Twitch for it because Twitch is evil. Well, not so evil. It's not evil.
So there are match recaps on YouTube because I watch them from time to time. You can go to YouTube and rewatch a lot of the Pro Tour matches.
Oh, where at?
I don't remember exactly. It's because I watch them so much they just come in my feed. So I'll have to look. I'll send you a link afterwards.
Oh, that sounds cool because I'd love to watch it.
Yeah, no, I was watching the Brian Kibler match the other day with 5-color legends and stuff like that.
Kibler.
So, but to go to the whole Bowmasters thing, and I'll tell you why Bowmasters won't get banned is because MH3 is a massive power creep. Like, oh my goodness, like the cards I've been seeing spoiled and things that are coming out, they are going to Tarmogoyf Orcish Bowmasters. Like, it's eventually going to be power creeped to a point where if you run it, but it's not like a format defining card anymore. Like, I think even Ragavan's getting power creeped on. So it's like, there's a lot of cards in this set that I'm looking at going, oh my goodness. Like they just showed the white force and it's like, oh, I can sack a white dirtle, dude. It just made Martyr Sands deck so much more powerful because it can be like, sack this little 1-cost dude to basically make me my life total can't change and all my permanents are indestructible. Like, have fun. Like
Wow.
that card's insane. Like, yeah, it's 4 mana instant speed, but you can just sack a white creature, which you can sack like your martyrs or your little kami that's going to come back with the enchantment anyways, and just be like, oh look, I'm untargetable this turn. Like, that was a nice combo or a nice way you tried to win. Now my turn. I refill my hand and nothing happens.
Right.
That makes you want to go see the spoilers now.
Yeah, so like there's just so many good cards. Like they spoiled 6, like from Ren and 6, and it's a 2/4 tree folk that whenever it attacks, you mill 3 cards, and then you can get a land card back from your graveyard to your hand, and then it gives all your spells retraced.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm like, retrace, such a good ability. Discard a land from your hand, copy the spell.
Like there's so many good cards coming out in MH3 that I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of decks that just get completely power creeped out of the format and new stuff arises. And even a lot of the stuff in MH3 is going to come into Legacy for sure.
Right. Like earlier, a friend of mine was showing me some energy cards he's excited for in the format. I'm like, man, Wizards is just trying to make energy good. And he's like, yeah, I hate energy.
Oh, no, they're really pushing energy. Like, have you seen the enchantment that when it comes into play, I think you get 3 energy?
Yeah.
And then if a creature is 3 cost or less, you can pay 1 energy to flash it in.
Yeah, they're really pushing it. Like,
it's like a green Aether Vial. Like, it's insane.
I think they should have just left energy be a relic of the past because it's such a weird mechanic. But they're pushing it to be good. And you know what? They're probably going to make a really good deck of Modern with energy.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a green-blue deck that comes out in a green-blue energy deck, because they have the Gilded Drake energy thing that's the energy Drake that's there. It literally acts like Gilded Drake. Then they have, if you go back and look at like Aether Revolt and stuff like that, there's a lot of good green-blue energy cards, like that one that came into play and gave you 2 energy, and then you can tap it to pay an energy to add 1 of any color. It was basically like a bird, but like I think it was a 2/2 for 2. But there's a lot of older stuff too that is good in those colors with energy, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some kind of breakout, at least blue-green shell. It could have blue-green-red or blue-green-black. I don't know, but the base colors are going to be blue-green. I mean, I'm kind of looking at stuff to brew.
Oh yeah, yep. And you know what? I'm looking at the set for pieces. Game pieces I might want to be able to pick up. Because like right now, like my big hype about the set is Eldrazi's for Commander. But like I also want to see the Powerhouse in there, because like, you know what? There's more than just rares in the set, people. There's commons and uncommons that might be spices too.
Those don't exist.
They don't exist. They don't exist. I've been living a lie. I'm not kidding.
Realistically, rarity doesn't matter, because the only reason rarity exists is for the draft component.
Like in a cube, when you build a cube, you can have commons, uncommons, rares, and mythics all throughout the cube. Then it doesn't change. It doesn't change what's more rare in the cube, because you only have 1 of each card, so each card is rare as itself. So.
Yeah. Well, not to mention, like, there's some cards that have the rarity, like, for instance, Shivan Dragon. Shivan Dragon used to be a powerful card. Now it's been power creeped out, and it's still a rare, which in my opinion, it should have been put down to uncommon, like Sarah Angel and all the others. But the reason why it hasn't been is because if you draft that card in a format where you're getting 3 to 4 rares in a draft when you open your packs, Shivan Dragon is still a bomb card. But if you put it into a format where you can use anything, it's like a common.
Yep, it's not as powerful. But build a cube where it's a rare worthy card, and where it's like a boss of a card, then it will shine the most there. Like a popper
Exactly.
cube, then like a popper cube. Shivan Dragon's pretty decent. He's still like an uncommon level, but he's still a powerhouse. Like Sarah
Wait.
Angel.
How do you put a rare in a popper cube?
He's printed at uncommon, or not popper, peasant. Sorry.
I was gonna say because you can't put anything other than a common in a popper cube.
Yeah. Peasant was what I meant. Popper, peasant. Yeah, but still, peasant cube I meant. But still, because we have a peasant cube in the house somewhere, and even Sarah Angel is still a banger card in a peasant cube. Sarah Angel is still powerful.
Oh yeah, you get Sarah Angel, Sanger Vampire, Shivan Dragon, any of those old school beat your face in cards, then yeah, they're gonna be powerful in that type of aspect.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
they still die to removal, but whatever.
Whatever, you don't have to put removal in your cube. Just make creature removal your best removal, and creature removal by combat. Yes. So like it's fun. Like I think there's gonna be some great cards in here. Like out of some the packs that won. Oh, I didn't win. I got from James, who won off Hillbilly. One of the best cards I got on there was an uncommon red-green card that lets you look at the top 6 cards of your library and puts a creature card from among them into your hand. I'm like, that's actually one of the best cards in those packs.
Well,
Like,
did you know that Pick Your Poison from Murders is like a $2, $3 common?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was looking through some stuff and I was like, oh, I wonder what this. And it's like, I could be wrong, but last time I looked, it was like a $5 foil, and I was like, this is insane. And so, yeah, so it's like there's a lot, and that's a power creep card too, because you had, I think it was Back to Nature did the same thing, but that one costs 2, and you got to target what it was. This one costs 1, and your opponent sacrifices their choice of an artifact, creature with flying, or enchantment. But if that's all they have is one of that, then they're going to sack it anyways at 1 mana, which is powerful.
Right, that's pretty cool. And it's good when commons and uncommons get that kind of treatment.
Yep.
The money treatment, because like I think commons and uncommons have sometimes have the hardest times getting reprinted, unlike mythics and rares. All right.
Well, like I was saying, with the whole power creep and all of that, I don't think we'll see a banning June 24th. I think they're putting that out there as like a oh shit button in case something really comes off and is so oppressive and crazy that they are like, yeah, we completely missed this. Honestly, I think June 24th is going to be another one of those fluff of like, oh, we did such a great job with MH3 and look at all the cards everyone's playing and it's so much fun and get out there, people, and spend money. That's literally all it's going to be.
They definitely should do an unbanning on June 24th.
Well,
Power creep, I'd love to see the Green Titan come back. I'd love to see Recurring Nightmare come back.
Well, Galvin, he did a stream. He talked about all the glitters being banned and everything, and he said that on the next banning they're going to might ban something at MH3 that they're going to look at MH3. He said that they might ban something for mints.
I think if that's the case, it might just be a straight out commander band of like, yeah, we printed this card, but we shouldn't have, and don't use it in commander.
Right.
Yep.
But like, honestly, they should definitely do some unbannings. People love unbanning. Oh my lord. Okay, so I'm looking at my face, and I just realized I got this mustache right here, and it just goes all dark right here. It looks like I have like a dark streak right in my beard. I'm like, and everything else is like all this gray white. This one little dark streak, like I went like.
Don't lie, you ran out of Just for Men.
My Just for Men. I've never used Just for Men. I should probably think about using it.
I thought about getting that myself.
My wife likes a gray beard.
Make myself look younger.
Nah, if mine goes gray, I'm getting a wizard hat and just walking around with a staff and being Gandalf.
That's right. Why dye your hair when you can be Gandalf?
True.
All right. Hey, Billy.
I'll take a page out of James Willis's book and get a cane.
That's right. Hey, Billy.
Oh yeah.
It's been a while. What's the next segment of the day?
Easy.
What?
Movers and shakers, everybody. It's been a minute since we've been here with all these ads. Playoffs are coming soon. Look at that. Playoffs tomorrow. All right. Movers and shakers daily changes. Hostile investigate coming in at 833 at 13%. Ancient cornucopia, $12 card plus 6%. Ancient cornucopia doing good. Vault. I think the vault cards are getting some priciness because they're harder to grab.
Yeah, those big scorecards are hard to get on Arena.
Yeah. Plus 3%, $8. You got Thundering Falls. Lands are always good, so pick up this land if you need it. Going up plus 1%, 1724, Urbrask. Urbrask being a boss. Plus 2% at 715. You got 3 steps ahead. This card is actually pretty decent. Modal spells are always good. Ask Captain Waffles who loves modal spells. Yeah. Plus 1% at 1318. You got Liliana the Val. It's good that she's gone back. She'll never be that $100 card again, but she's still going to get that power back, that power creep. Not power creep, but price creep. Not really moving at all, but sustaining his share at $40. We got the Meat Hook Massacre.
Okay.
What's up?
Meat Hook Massacre is banned in Standard.
Yeah, it's still usable in Commander.
Yep, it's not banned in other formats.
True.
All right. Plus 1%, 1050. You got Zapandrel, Hunger Dominus. Ooh, 1050. He's doing pretty good moving up at 1%. And a 2% mover, 666, one of the multiverse. This card's actually seen play in Commander. People are loving this card. Does things they shouldn't be able to do. Yeah. I mean, look at it. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. One turn each of your turns, you may cast one spell from your hand or the top of your library without paying some mana cost. Busted! Especially when you got Time Lock and you end up going infinite. I need a copy of this card. 666. Plus 4%, 324. You got Splendid Reclamation. This card is awesome. I believe this is a reprint card with different art on it. Or a Reclamation was probably the card. Turn line cards from regard to the battlefield tab. Pretty good. Cards moving downwards, down 2%, 3608. You got Passager Who Endures. It's moving a little, but it's pretty much sustained its butt where it wants to. Down 1%, not much for moves at $80. Children of the Apocalypse still being the boss at the price range. Down 3%, 1592. Final Showdown is a good little instant board wipe. And that's what people probably use this for the most, but it also can save your creatures in certain times. Down 2%, 2460. Attracts a Grand Unifier, being awesome. 2460. Down 3%, 1170. Vraska's Betrayal Sting. Yeah, look at that. Down 3%, 906. Professional Facebreaker. To a Hillbilly calls the mirror. All right. I'm kidding. Down 2% at 1354. Got Former of the Vault. Look at that.
Ooh, I got that card.
That's pretty good. 1354. Down 7% at 371. You got Satoru the Infiltrator. Good old card. People are playing it. Down 2% 975. You got Technuma Abandoned Mire. The Black Channel land is doing awesome. Then down 2%, $10. We got Sword Forge of Frontier. $10. That card was awesome. I remember giving that away during the auction. Cards made pretty cool. People love the swords. Grab the swords for $10. That sword will continue to creep up unless it sees a reprint, but it'll definitely tend to creep up. And my friends, that's been the Movers and Shakers. Oh yeah.
Woohoo.
You look so thrilled. All right, Gandalf. Let me see. SFT needs a Ronco hair paint. Oh. Hair paint. All right. Gandalf is legit. Yeah, that's right. TCG says I got a Japanese Fellowship and Dragon from M14. It's one of my favorite crap cards I pulled just because it's history. That's cool. Yeah, so there's no. I had a deck of the day listed up, but we are actually close to time, and I gotta be careful with time now because I went live for 6 hours last week, so I gotta keep my schedule intact. So we're gonna move to the shill section.
All right, just picked up another sub. 443 subs. Let's get to that 500. And I'm doing a second arena stream today. And if you want to need to play a certain color or a certain creature, make sure you find the last stream that I just did this morning. Leave a comment on it and let me know what you want to see, either a certain color you want me to brew with, or a certain creature you want me to brew with. Then I will brew with that creature or color this afternoon at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Sounds awesome. Captain Waffles, anything you want to shill?
I'm hopefully going to be putting a short out today that's going to explain a giveaway for the channel that I'm going to do soon. And then working on the pool game. What do you call those things? Like the details. Working on the pool game details so I can get that out there. And then, yeah, super behind on videos. I need to get some stuff up. But there's stuff coming. I know you guys are waiting, but there's stuff coming. And then when it gets 250 subs, I'm giving away a Sheldred. So that's what I got for today.
Eat them there.
Mega Fall.
Yeah. Got nothing to shield today.
You got nothing to show today as he eats his M&Ms. All right.
Actually, I just had a cupcake. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming up. Today is Tuesday, so there's no... Well, depending how the wife is feeling, she's supposed to go to work today, so I might do a live tonight. Might play some video game or something, or might just design a thumbnail live just to burn time. I have no clue. I'll figure that out. But whatever I do, wherever I go, I'll always be there watching you. Yeah, I'm kidding. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Everybody in chat making the chat awesome. Everybody here today making the show awesome. Great first episode returning after a week of being gone watching dogs. You guys rock. You guys, and I want you to remember to listen to the great and amazing Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun. Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall remain as you leave it. Climb!